like the way the apartments are set up, like the cat can jump on the balcony from their apartment, jump on the roof, walk over, and then come to our apartment. So that's what the cat does in this Zelda. I think I sent a picture of her to you, Justin. If I didn't, I sent you a picture of her. So Zelda comes around, and then she'll like be on the screen door. Her and Silas will be going back and forth talking, and then Deli would come over there, and everybody gets quiet, and Deli just dead ass stares at her all day.
She's not for third wheel. They just both look at her like, "What are you doing here? Like you don't interact with us. Like, what are you doing?"
You got to record that one time because
That's
that's definitely what you would see on the internet as a
That's
funny cat
funny,
video.
dude. That's
The cat's
funny.
chopping it up, and then Deli comes over, and everybody just
Yeah, everybody gets quiet. Silas kind of like goes behind her and like peeks at like Zelda from behind, or peeks at Deli, peeks at Zelda from behind Deli, and like Deli's just standing there like, "What the fuck do you want? Like, why are you here? Like, this is me and my brother's house. Leave. I don't like you." And then Zelda will kind of like if me or Deanna go over there and try to talk to Zelda or whatever, Zelda will kind of like try to talk to us,
Mm-hmm.
and then Deli will still be right there, and then Zelda was just like, "All right, I guess I'm gonna leave because it's kind of awkward now." And then she just she just jumps up and then goes on the roof and disappears.
That's funny, man. That's funny, dude.
it's time to disappear off into the night.
Yeah,
Interesting. Man, cats are fucking funny, dude. They're weird as fuck. I love cats. They are absolutely my spirit animals. Like,
Cats are fucking hilarious.
but
Who doesn't like a cat? A lot of people.
man, I love my cat. I was working from home today, and Miss Kitty, that's her name. She literally pretty much ignored me all day. Downstairs, and then she ate around 1. We feed her like 3 times a day, and she ate her food, and then like almost an hour later, around 2, she usually, when I'm home, she usually after she eats at 1, she'll come upstairs and be all like cuddly and wants to like hang out with me for a little bit. But she didn't do it right away today, and then she came up around 2, and I'm literally like working, like typing, and she jumps on my table where I have my stuff set up, and she just starts like, I was like slouched back, like leaning backwards, so there was enough flat enough space for her to like get on me, and she just literally just starts walking on me. And she's like, nope, and then she's like purring, and she's like, it's basically like, no, you stop working, we're cuddling now. And so I was like, all right. So I like went and played with her for a couple minutes. But
Yeah, Deli used to do.
Umbreon does that to me when I play the game now. Like, she would just walk on my lap. Like, I try to fight it off for a while, then I just gave in to it. It's like,
nah, man, it's like,
come
it's
on.
if you're gonna own a cat, you're gonna have a cat. Like, it's one of those things. When the cat wants to cuddle or hang out with you, you got to be like adaptable. You just got to be ready to just do it, because like
Yeah.
when you're in the mood to do it, they're not gonna want you anywhere near them. They're gonna be like, "What the fuck? Leave me alone." So it's kind of one of those things. Like,
100% fucking true.
yeah, you
Especially
just
if I see a
accept
cat
it.
video online, I'm like, oh, Umbreon. she don't want to fucking me at all. But
Yeah.
if I'm doing anything, let's say if I'm playing the game, or if I'm sitting at my computer way too long, she always want to fuck me then. And that's the times I kind of don't want to feel bothered. I was like, any other time, I'm cool with you jumping on my lap, Umbreon. But why right now at this moment?
maybe cats can like read your stress level. Maybe your stress level is secretly up when you're like focused like
They
that.
can, dude. If you're like injured or something, or you're stressed out, they can totally read that. They will like come and like hang out with you and like cuddle with you and purr, and like they're like trying to heal you, man. Like they're very I don't know. They have a very like they're weirdly emotional.
Yeah,
at least in my experience.
With I know with Umbreon, she could hear me like coming, like up the stairs. It's like she knows when I'm coming home every time, and I can be literally parking and walking from my car to my what's the name, and she knows I'm here. And I thought Juan was bullshitting one day, and he showed me, because I know every time when I come home, she's meeting me at the door. But Juan was like, I know when you come home just because of this. And he was like, I thought you'd been here, because she was just sitting there for like a whole like a minute or two before you open the door.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I just walked up the stairs like 10 seconds ago.
Yeah, no, Miss Kitty does the same thing to me. She knows my car. Like when I lock my car and the horn goes off, the alarm noise goes off, she knows what it is. But like she greets me at the door too when I'm when I'm working at the office. She knows what time I come home, and she just sits there for like 30 minutes waiting for me to come home. Basically every day.
Yeah,
So
Deli
she
does
knows
the
the
same.
schedule. I know
Deli,
that like it when you work from home.
Yeah, Deli does it to me. Weirdly enough, when I come here, and I don't come like I used to stay here, but I don't come often like that anymore. But when I do come into the door, she's like right there. Silas, on the other end, is a scaredy cat, and he would run under the couch until he's like, "Oh, okay, it's you. Never mind. How you doing?" I'm like Deli's at the door, like standing guard, and then Silas is like, "Can we come out now?" And she's like, "Yeah, you can come out now."
Silas is so cute, man. He seems like he looks like a little scaredy cat too.
Deli's so cute. She's so chubby, got a nice little round face. I like Deli. I want to pick her up again. I like fat cats. I don't know. It's a thing. They're cute.
I just I like fat cats too, but as like an owner, I would never let my cat get fat.
I will let my cat get fat in her later years. So I think Umbriana's either 4 or 5. I can't remember her age. So once she hits like around 10, 12, I think I'm gonna start letting her eat whatever the fuck she want to eat. Because then she has like another 8 years tops, 10 to 8 years tops.
All right,
well,
boys.
We are recording.
No, we've been recording. Yeah, so, hello everybody. Welcome to the Player's Take. This is episode 164. I'm your host, Justin DeSimone, joined by my co-host. He is a cat dad, Montrell Rice. And that third silky voice you're hearing is our buddy DJ. How's it going, man?
Cat daddy. Oh, I wrong song. I'm using
sorry.
Yes, but cat daddy joke. In the song joke, I was dancing too. So,
oh my god. I am extremely tired this week, and I've done nothing this week. I mean, you know what? I lied. I've been training somebody who's gonna be my partner, so I've been training him all week, and I didn't know training is kind of stressful. He's not bad at all. It's just that I want to training is stressful.
You're talking about at work?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, training is stressful because I don't know. You want to teach somebody everything, and you just want to make sure like all the stuff that that when you were trained that people missed or whatever, like you don't want them to go through the same thing. So you're trying to make sure you cover all the bases, and it just gets really stressful because you think you're not doing a good job, and they're like, "Oh, I understand, bro. It's okay." So I was like, "Yeah." And I finally finished Elden Ring, but we'll get to that when we talk about the games. But man, talk about a huge like relief of stress
weight
off my
lifted
back.
off your shoulders.
Yeah,
man. Yeah, dude. Well, yeah, my work this week, I am also very tired. My work this week has been fucking bullshit. And sometimes the people you work for make bad decisions and you have to clean it up.
Yep.
And that's exactly what happened to me this week. So I'll just say a little bit here. So our office, Microsoft Office licensing renewal was up this past like couple weeks. So my CIO had the brilliant idea of wanting to save money, and he cut our licensing by like half. Dude.
What?
Yeah, and we're using all of the licenses we have now. Like they're used. Like they're all assigned to people. It's not like we have extras. So we're like, yeah, I've been spending like days trying to figure out like where we can cut people basically to make this happen. But it's fucking nonsense, dude. It's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen anybody do.
So do you guys have the E3 license or the E5 licenses?
E3 and E1.
Okay.
But we cut both. So it's not even like we can reduce the E3s and make them E1s. Like he cut both. So like it's fucking stupid, dude. We're literally like looking for 1,000 people we can remove email from. It's just the dumbest shit imaginable. So So yeah, that's been my life at work. But fun stuff. All right. Well, so for those of you who haven't listened before, this is not a show where we talk about our jobs and our cats. We do it occasionally, but primarily this is our weekly show where we talk about video games, video game news, and other topics pertaining to video games. We post at 6 a.m. Central Time on Fridays on Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and your favorite podcast app of choice. I mixed the order up this week.
Yeah, that was really weird.
And if you have a question for us, we will answer it on the show. You can send those to us on Twitter at The Players Take, or you can send us an email to theplayerstake01@gmail.com. Boys, let's get into it this week. I do want to follow up on something we were talking about a couple weeks ago, Montrell.
All right.
You were talking about the balance patching for Elden Ring, and how, and we were both kind of lamenting how annoying it is when you're playing one of these RPGs and your build gets fucking nerfed and you're like 75% of the way into your playthrough and now your build sucks. I do want to kind of talk the devil's advocate of this, though, on the other side of the spectrum, why devs do this.
Okay.
At least my perspective on it and some of the things I've read over the years and kind of understand with this. So in a game where you have multiple builds, you're trying to achieve build diversity in an RPG or really any game. This can be true in an action game as well. But like developers don't want one build to dominate their game. And in a situation like with the Mimic Tier, that was a build that was becoming very dominant in Elden Ring. And I'm sure they have data on this too, seeing how many players are using it and like leveling it and fighting bosses with it. I'm sure they have all that data. So they don't want that to become the fucking item that everyone fucking uses in the game and everybody uses that build, because then it makes the game look bad. It's like it makes the game one note, where it's like, this is the build you use. This is how you play the game. Even though the game has 90 fucking other builds you could do, no one does them because they're not as effective. Right. Yeah. So it makes the game like look worse and feel worse to play, where you have this like homogenized kind of build diversity with the player base where everybody does the same thing. So I think that's why they do that kind of stuff. It can be very heavy handed sometimes, where they kind of nerf it into the ground to the point where it's not usable anymore. But that is why they do it. The example I wrote down for myself is like in the first Horizon game for me was like using fire arrows on everything, which is what I did in that game. Like it makes the game boring because I broke the game. Like the game is not fun to play that way, and like they don't want to see that kind of thing be that dominant, So that's my thought process on it. But so I get it. I just wish it wouldn't be so like crazy sometimes, where the pendulum wouldn't swing so far. But any thoughts?
Yeah, I think I was just salty. No, which makes perfect sense. I think I was just salty because I played 65% of my playthrough without the Mimic Tier, and then once I finally got it, the nerf came, and I'm like, wow, I didn't even get a chance to fucking use it. So at the end of the game, so I think they nerfed the early game of the Mimic Tier, because you have 10 tiers you can upgrade it to. Once I got to like the 10th upgrade, the last upgrade, it was actually really fine. I didn't have any issues with it. It was just like early game, it was severely like bad. It was severely bad on the early upgrades.
Okay.
So I think that's what they did for it. And then as far as like my bleed build and everything like that, it's still viable. It was just like I had to get used to some of like the animation changes they did and everything like that. And the unsheathing for I think it was called the Moonveil Katana.
Right.
They nerfed that. I mean, that was broken. I mean, I was breaking bosses. I was breaking their stamina or their posture in like 2 hits with it. So I understood that nerf. But apparently that
one was undocumented though, right?
That was like a stealth nerf.
Yeah, I hate that shit. That shit is annoying. Like if you're gonna nerf something, just tell people. Yeah. Like,
that was a stealth nerf. And then they also nerfed Radon, and they actually buffed him again last week. They buffed him back because they said like, we severely nerfed.
I think.
Yeah, yep. They didn't mean to do that. So he's actually still not as hard when I fought him. But he is still hard though. So
Montrell, you're such a good gamer, man.
No,
bro.
when we get into the games, I'm
Okay.
gonna bitch about Elden Ring, but yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, let's do that. Let's start talking about what we've been playing. DJ, you're the guest, so do you want to go first?
Yeah, I don't mind going first. What I've been playing some Horizon Forbidden West. It's been one of my like get off of work games because I've been trying to 100% it.
Yeah.
One of my favorite games this year. Only issue that I have is like it's the same thing Montreal talk about with Elden Ring. It's like they have it's not they have what is it, an input buffer, but it's like it's like at the wrong places, right? It's at the wrong places. To give you an example, I got so many clips of this, Montreal. I'm fighting like one of the big monsters. Like I ran into this big, like big ass Blastoise, right? Shit was dope. Like I love these big battles because the way that the big monsters move is so dope. But when you get hit over, Montreal, right? Let's say in Devil May Cry, the fucking dodge animation is 60 frames, right? Usually your frame to recover is not like near fucking 50, and you can just fucking press another button. Then it's very early in the dodge animation, right? Like right when he rolls on the ground. So that's probably around like 15, 20 frames maximum. And then I can cancel into something else, right? Fucking Horizon is not like that, right? You have to literally wait till the fucking animation is over before you can do anything. It's like the fucking the input canceling is like at the very end. And the fucked up part about it, let's say the fucking animation is probably about like 200, 300 frames, right? It's a good 5 to 6 seconds before that shit is over. And during that time, and some is even longer, during that time, if you get hit, like you could just keep rolling over, and like you just stuck in a fucking.
You don't have iframes like the entire time either. It feels like I've noticed that because it just it's a really long animation, and when you're in the middle, I haven't fought a ton of big monsters yet, so most of my experiences in the little battles where you're fighting like 5 machines at the same time. But dude, in those fights, when you get surrounded and you're at the point where they're on you and you're having to like fucking get away from them. Like, dude, it's just literally I just spam the dodge button. That's all you can do. Like, you fucking can't do anything.
Sometimes that shit doesn't even work
True.
Anymore.
You're right. You're right.
So what I've been doing, like I'm in a late game, right? So I'm not going to spoil anything, but this game really is fun in the late game. And one of y'all said it last week when y'all said this is like almost the peak of this open world type design. And this is like I golden path this game. I didn't really do any side missions. I beat it. I beat it at like level 30, and they wanted you to be higher than that. And I made it difficult to myself. And my dumbass was not playing with the elemental advantages, so I was just using regular shredder arrows.
Dude, okay. So you do this too. You do this too with Horizon, because this is the same thing. I'm making a concerted. I didn't actually play Horizon this week, but like I'm making a concerted effort with this game to really explore all the options they give you in terms of weapon types, elemental arrows, and elemental damage types, and traps, and all this shit.
Do that, and makes the game so much better.
No, I know.
I'm
did really trying to do it
with Horizon 1. I didn't experiment until after I beat the game. So when I was platinum.
The only experimentation I did was fire arrows, and then I found out they're broken as fuck in that game because they do percentage health damage. So like you fucking just kill everything in the same time frame. Even like Thunder Jaws, it's stupid. But this game is not like that. Fire arrows got severely fucking nerfed, I think, in this game, unless they're effective against the enemy you're fighting.
So would you the most effective weapon or just weapon type would be the sludge shit, the corrosive? Would be the most effective, no matter
the adhesive,
who you fucking
fight.
The adhesive, that brings out the sticky shit.
Yeah,
because no matter who you fight, it slows them. And like with how they have their abilities, like if someone is like super effective, Macho, of course it does extra damage. But every type of weapon, it builds up its own meter. And like if you keep shooting somebody with frost arrows, once the meter builds up, it staggers them in a frozen state. And so with the gooey shit, you just stagger them and they gooed up and they slow like a motherfucker, and you can just rip off them parts and do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Yeah. So the thing about playing diverse though, like using everything at your disposal, it is annoying in this one sense where this game requires you to constantly craft ammo constantly in the middle of fights. And it's so fucking annoying. Like, I'm sorry. This is something they got to fix with the next game.
You have to get the update. Like once
I know you got to upgrade. You got to upgrade your pouches.
Makes it so much
but dude,
better. Not the pouches.
Know,
it's like it's a regular upgrade for like picking up crafting and picking up shit. It gives you like almost double, triple the shit. So I craft one time and I got all my fucking ammo.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. The upgrades that let you craft more with the same amount of materials. Yes, I do need to get that, but it's still annoying in the sense that, like, dude, it's just I mean, I go through 24 arrows on the hunter bow in so fast, you know. Like I'm fucking spamming that shit. You know, everybody is. That's how you play the game. You know, you need to do so much damage to some of these machines. Like you don't have a choice. You're gonna go.
Or they can make it easier. Like besides holding on to the button to craft, is a tap, because that was the one thing I couldn't change.
Or could you hotkey it in some way? Maybe like, you know, or something like that. I don't know. That it's
just
something.
Make me fucking press square. Why can't I just press square to fucking reload?
Or fucking make it automatic. If I have the materials and I run out of ammo on a weapon, just make it happen. Fuck it. Like, why not? Why do I have to slow the game down? Like, go into the weapon wheel and then craft the ammo. Like, it just doesn't feel.
It's the
like
small quality of life changes, just like the whole dodging and getting hit shit. And like, I hate it because it sounds like a bash on the game. The game is fun, especially when you start to get the melee, open up the melee options. Like I got so good in melee, it's fucking ridiculous. Like I be in mid combos, just shooting people, get up close. I fight with these monsters.
Yeah. Well, I found though, like I don't know. I got to get deeper in the melee tree, I think, because melee against the machines at the moment point I'm at is not effective. It's not very effective.
Now. What you want to do is do a lot of heavy attacks. And there's a lot of things that I didn't learn till late game. Like, so R1, so light heavy does it jumps off the character. And then if you press your forward or backward, it jumps forward and backwards. And if you hold on to it, like.
Yeah, you'll be in the air and you can pull your bow out and do like a fucking jump combo arrow.
You could do so much dope shit in this game. Oh my goodness. It's just. It's sad. It's sad because they just always seem to release at the wrong time.
Yeah.
But that's that for Horizon. I'm just still trying to 100% it. I'm playing TFT Teamfight Tactics. It's an auto chess game for
Man, you still on that shit, huh?
Still on it. Like this season, I started off good as fuck, and I wasn't even paying attention how good I was doing, because after I got placed, they placed me in like gold 2, and then I got to like plat 3 fast as fuck, and didn't notice I was in plat, so like I dropped to plat 4. So I'm trying to get to diamond this season. I got to diamond one time, and so I've been playing this at least 1 or 2 games a night. So I'm trying to get to diamond this season. It's been fun. I like the update. I like that new character that they added in League. It's not Ash. I don't know why I want to say Ash. The electric bitch with the guns. I'm sorry, I said bitch. The electric lady with the guns.
He's so polite.
I like her, and she's in one of my classes that I built. Deborah Norris, like pretty fucking dope. OP. Outside of that, GTA Online. I know y'all was talking about it last week. I'm really enjoying GTA Online, and I know y'all wanted an explanation for it. The best thing that I can tell you what GTA Online is, no lie, it's just regular fucking GTA at this point. It's just regular. You just do your own GTA with no mission set up. It's basically if GTA made an Elden Ring game, right? Where they just say, hey, just go out there and do shit, right? Because they have regular missions that you can do like regular GTA, and it's like both characters or all characters would be in the cutscenes, but you just pick and choose, right? I guess a shit ton of missions that I just never touched that's on there, because I play with my brother, and mainly what we do is like the heists and shit, which is like the raids. So we just go, I got all these different companies, and so we just go do all the prepping, and we try to set up the prepping for all the heists we do that would pay big money. And then once we got all the prep work done, we go do the heists, get our easy money. We split it 50-50. We come out like 1 to 1.5 million each with each heist. And then from there, it's just literally we just have fun by customizing cars. I just customize a fucking Monte Carlo with some big ass fucking rims or some 1995 Detroit shit. Oh man, they be having like the Dr. Dre music, like the old shit. So I just be riding slow, chilling. Got me a nice little low rider. No, I've been having fun with GTA online. I can't wait to see what the next GTA 6 is going to be, especially what they're going to do with online. And I know y'all was talking about the subscription thing. I, on the other hand, think that's actually pretty fucking smart. And this just goes to whoever, like, if it applies to you, you know, that's good for you. If not, like, just fucking ignore it. Who cares? But I like it because right now I probably play GTA, let's say for a month or two, right? And I compare it to a battle pass, right? If I'm getting a battle pass for like Apex or anybody else, I pay $10, and that's probably about a 2 to 3 month $10 that I spend, right? And I unlock extra shit. GTA is the same thing. So every month it changes, like it's a monthly subscription, but every month they at least give you $500,000, and from there they give you a lot of free shit. Like it's a bunch of cars that I wanted to buy that they gave me for free. They give you businesses, houses. I end up selling my business and move to a different location. I end up making 1.2 million because of the free business they gave me. So it's just like, it's literally a fucking battle pass. They give you double XP, double, like all the fucking bullshit that you would expect from a battle pass, but it's just in a subscription format. And I'm pretty sure after next month, I'm going to cancel this shit, and I'm probably pick it back up whenever I get back into it.
Yeah.
But like, as far as what they have for GTA right now, I've been playing this shit since the PS3, and it's something I just hop in and out. Like,
so insane.
Same fucking account. I'm level 100. It's some people that's like level 99, 999 and shit. Yeah. But like, I just hit 102 today. So it's one of the ones, it's like literally a game that I pop in and will be like heavy in for like a month or two. That won't come back until later. Like probably won't be for a year or whatever now. But what got me in now was the PS5 update, and then I had like the casino heist that I was able to do because I haven't did that yet. The Dr. Dre missions dropped, and then after you beat the Dr. Dre missions, they give you some Nipsey Hussle, the marathon gear, and they give you these action missions that you could do with Franklin and Lamar. And so we playing co-op, like me and, like I said, my brother been playing, so he's been playing with Lamar, I've been playing with Franklin. And there's just like extra missions, like after it's like literally DLC, like the Lost and the Damned and shit. Like, it's pretty dope. I think GTA Online is smart, and I literally could see GTA 6 being literally just fucking online. Like I could see them doing a GTA 6, and then the GTA Online would be the expansions, because if you see what they did here, it's literally the same shit Destiny doing any other game. I can't wait to see what the next GTA is going to be. I don't care how long it takes, because Rockstar, they one of those teams that fucking make sure everything is right. Yes, people may talk about fucking how long these games may be coming out, but like, if we being honest, every Rockstar game that comes out was literally fucking top tier, and they always expand on what they did last time. Like, I can only imagine what GTA 6 is going to be, and just the small shit that's in 5. Like, I don't know. I can't wait to see it, because I know it's going to be great. I don't mind waiting for it, and I don't mind playing this in the meantime. And it's free, so people don't have to pay for it every month anymore. We probably see them move off the top 10 lists. But what you going to say? I'm sorry, I just rambled on about GTA.
That's all good. No, I got nothing to say. We talked about it last week, so we can move on. The next one, I know you wanted to talk about this one, so go ahead.
I'm gonna try to make this one quick, but its predecessor, Montrell, my guy. I wasted my life on this game this weekend. I didn't get shit done but play this game. It was literally like playing Paragon from the olden days. Out of all the Paragon remakes, because there's about 3 of them out there, this is the one that feels literally like Epic made it. It's the closest to Paragon that any of the Paragons has been. All the characters wasn't there, but that's dope. They changed a lot of stuff, like how some characters' passes works, and but that's totally fine, because it literally feels like if Epic was keep working on it, these would be the changes they made in the future. They also removed that card system, which I like. People hated that, but I like the card system. But they got a regular item shop just like any other MOBA. It took me a while to get used to it, and this is the one thing that that kind of frustrates me about this item system and why I like the card system more, because I feel like with the item system, no matter how I built my items, if I get the late game items or build up for the late game items, because of course I'm going to get there, or just like do the items, get what's not recommended to me and build my own thing. I feel like there's not that much creativity in it. I just feel like I'm doing this to get stronger, and everybody at its peak plays the same. And it just comes down to how aggressive that player is, like with that DPS or that jungle or that solo lane or the caster or whatever. In the last Paragon with the card system, the cards were so unique, and each one of them had unique effects. And then even if anybody had like I'm gonna just say 52 cards, the 52 card deck, right? You can only equip 3 of them at a time, and like the King of Spades will cost more than the King of Diamonds, or the two of diamonds or whatever, right? And they all do different things. So like my ADC build of one character, Sparrow, can be completely different and have way different effects than yours, and my build could be better, right? Or it couldn't be better. That's the only thing I miss about it. But besides that, it's fun. The gameplay is dope. I enjoy it. I feel like if you play Paragon and you want to get into Paragon, this is definitely one to be waiting for. I literally can't wait till this game comes out. I will streaming it too. This game will definitely get me back into streaming.
Yeah. So if people don't know, well, just to lay some groundwork here, Paragon was Epic's third-person MOBA. They had it on console. It was running for what, like 2 years, I think?
About 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years. And it was actually like this game pissed me off because I downloaded it and started playing it one weekend, and I was really having fun with it, dude. I was really enjoying it. I thought it was like really fucking good. And then I was like literally like thinking about, oh shit, I might actually play this game, dude. And then literally like a month later, like they fucking cancel it because Fortnite exploded, So they killed the game, but they released all the assets. Basically anybody could use them. So there are companies and folks who have used these assets for various things, but this company actually has gotten real financial backing to make basically a Paragon continuation.
Who was backing up? I can't remember if it was Tencent or that one big Korean publisher. I forgot what their name is. I want to say it's Nexus, but it's not.
Nexon,
yeah. I think it was Nexon. Okay. It's either Nexon or Tencent. One of them is backing the team.
I don't think it was Tencent, but I'm not 100% sure. Somebody's backing them though, so they do have some financial backing. So there is a potential future for this game. So it's. I mean, from what you saw, like how close do you think it's coming? How close is it from release? Do you think?
Right now, they can release it as is.
Like in early access, you think?
I think they should release in early access, to be 100% honest, because this is other Paragon clone that's out there. I hate saying clone, but it's this other one that's out there called Fault that plays like Paragon 2, right? And what I mean by that is like, usually that sequel plays like they try to make something so different than the first one, but it kind of is the first one. That's what this one is. And overall, like user experience is not there to me. It plays a little bit too fast. I don't like the coloring of it. All the characters are there, but it feels a bit off.
Yeah. It's not quite right.
Yeah. So this one, literally all they need to do is just fucking add characters. That's it. Add the characters and make sure fucking whatever stats they put to it fits and it scales right to the game that they are making. But right, everything else, I feel like they got it down. I don't know what else they could be trying to add, whether it's like ranking system, any of the training modes, or any just extra modes they may be adding to the game. But mechanic wise, like this is it. Like if I was to tell you this is a fucking beta, you wouldn't believe me. You would probably think the game was out because that's how like well it played. And it played better than actual Paragon. It's fair, especially like optimization wise, because Paragon used to like freeze and stutter and lag a lot. This one had no connection problems. It ran flawlessly, no frame droppage. Like I ran at 144 solid. Yeah, overall, like this is a good product. I legit can't wait till this shit drops. Ain't hankering to play this game.
Fair enough, man. All right, is that all you playing? You got anything else to discuss?
Yeah, that's it. Besides that, Unreal Engine 5 dropped like 2 days ago, and so I've been like playing with that a lot. The things that fucking Unreal can do, and like the scalability for it, like I can't. And we're gonna talk about it later in some of these games. Like I can't wait to see just how AAA
use it.
Yes, I can't wait to see.
No, Unreal is it's gotten really powerful, and I think this in concert with the new consoles is going to start to. I feel like the potential for games is higher than it's ever been. So I'm really excited to see what companies do with it.
Yeah, we gotta wait like another 2, maybe 3 years before we actually see some shit. I may actually play The Witcher. We see. I never played the Witcher game.
Oh, really?
I played the beginning of Witcher 2, like 10 minutes in, and I was like, the controls wasn't it for me. I gave up.
Got it. Well, if story's your thing, though, it's fucking so good.
I was told, but them controls, I can't hold it.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, Montrell, do you want to talk about Elden Ring, or do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
Okay. Still playing Lost Ark. Not much to say there. Triangle strategy. So the reason I didn't play Horizon all this week is because I really pushed on triangle strategy. I actually beat this game last night. This game does have 4 endings, so I unlocked New Game Plus, and I am already working my way through it. But I'm pretty much the ending I got was not super satisfying. I would classify it honestly as a bad ending. So I want to play through the game again. There's actually what is called a golden route in this game that is kind of like the true ending. So I want to play through it again to get there, but I am not going to go like I'm kind of what I'm doing with this playthrough. So I played through the first playthrough, all of it on hard. I did every single mission on hard, and it was very difficult up until the end. It was consistently pretty much the same difficulty. Required very, very good strategies in order to win a lot of these maps. But on this next playthrough, I'm dropping the difficulty down to normal on maps that I've already done, so that I did on the first playthrough. There's a lot of overlap where you're going to redo a lot of the same maps you've done before. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to do the maps I've done on normal, and then any new maps that I do, like on alternate paths that I go down, I'm going to do those on hard for the most part. And so I'm going to try to blitz through it as much as I can. But honestly, at this point, I beat it. So it's like it's going to be a side game now. It's more of like a, when I feel like playing it or have some time, where I don't, I'm not playing something else, or I'm just sitting around waiting for like 30 minutes and I just need to play something quick, So that's kind of what it's going to turn into for me at this point. But this is an excellent game. It holds through till the end. There's a point in the story where late in the game where the story diverges. That's where the different endings are kind of chosen, basically. And the sequence that happens at that point is honestly really awesome. The characters have severe divergence in their opinions on what you should do, and it's actually really fun to watch unfold. So it's a really cool game. I like the way they handled the choices. It's not sprawling insanity the way Tactics Ogre is, where there's a literal entire different fucking story paths based on your choices. There are just little changes that happen within the story. You branch for a chapter or two into a different thing, and then it kind of converges back into the main storyline again. The way somebody explained it was like it's like a river that, like, there are things that are going to happen no matter what you do. These big events are always going to happen. But in between those big events, there are a lot of things that can change between those moments. So it's a really cool game. Highly recommend it. I think it's a super good strategy game. Like I said, it's to me, it held through to the end. Like I kind of put it up there with like Final Fantasy Tactics and like Tactics Ogre and the best Fire Emblem games that have been out there. I think it's in that echelon, which is, really high praise coming from me for a strategy RPG. So So yeah, check it out if you like those games. Also, we so Fortnite did the no build mode, came out with the no build mode a couple weeks ago, and then they made it official. It's permanent last week.
It's about time.
Yeah, and we all, those of us that play Apex decided to download it and give it a shot this past week. And damn, sorry. Just kicked my trash can. So this I haven't played a ton. I'd say like 2 or 3 hours maybe, but what we've played of so far, I gotta say, I actually think it's pretty fun. Like Fortnite feels way different than the last time I played it, especially without the building, of course. But just the character movement and stuff. Like they added a sprint button, they added sliding and shit like that. So the movement's like way different than it used to be, and I don't know. It feels good. Like the gunplay feels good. I think the diversity of weapons feels nice as well. There's a lot of weapons that I like. The one thing that I didn't super enjoy was the vehicles. They added tanks actually with this patch, like this new season, and they're annoying. They're annoying as fuck.
Vehicles are always bad in Fortnite. Every time they add like something vehicle related, it's just it's not fun.
That was like the one thing I'll say that I didn't super enjoy. But we're new to the game. Like we got to figure out how to fight those things. So there are strategies on how we can beat them. We haven't figured out how to do it yet consistently. Yeah. So that's kind of the main thing. So honestly, I'm kind of into it to the point that I think I'm gonna keep playing it. I mean, you guys like bought the battle pass too, I think the other night.
Yeah, I bought the battle pass. Yeah.
I think Jet did too. So yeah, that's it seems like you guys are committed. So I'm gonna keep playing it. Much to our friend Brad's chagrin, which has been a very funny subplot to all this, but nobody will play Apex with him right now. He's so sad about it.
Well, Fortnite is a fun game. Like I always thought the shooting was good. I used to play hella from season 1 like to probably like 6 or whatever. So I've been through the whole building phase. And the best Fortnite to me was early Fortnite when nobody really knew how to build. And people was using building and like in a basic way. It's like using it as bridges and ramps.
Like a ramp or you weren't building like a fucking skyscraper in 5 seconds.
And it was so fun. And apparently every once in a while you got with somebody who's similarly know how to build, right? Know how to do some cool stuff. But like it was so fun because just like any other battle royale, you focus mainly on the gunplay, and then over time the building got worse, and then or people got good in building, and I was just good in like shooting, so I just gave up. I was like, I don't got time for this shit.
Well, it kills you because they're sitting there building like a fucking 18-story tall building, and you're in your little 4-walled thing, and you're getting destroyed because
I felt like I lost already. I never felt so defeated in a game when I or in a battle royale when I see somebody building like that. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah. So when they said no building, that was the same problem for me and most of us that we played BR together. Like we were all just like the building is just it's I get the skill gap. It's like a huge skill gap. Obviously, people who know how to build in Fortnite are way better than me, but I don't. That's the thing. I don't want to play a BR where I have to do that shit. I just don't care. I just want to shoot. Like I want to be tactical and I want to like fucking fire at people and be rewarded for having good aim, And Fortnite with building wasn't that. So
and the crazy part is that they had no building in the past, and I thought they was going to make it permanent, but it was only for it was a limited time mode, and they never brought it back. It was like one of them short 2 weeks, 3 weeks limited time modes, and they never brought it back. But they would keep the 50v50, but we can't get a no build mode.
Interesting. So why do you think they're doing it now? You think it's do you think the game is like waning in popularity and this is their kind of way to get back in the zeitgeist?
I think it's in the popularity. It's so popular that we don't pay attention to it because that's how popular it is. It's like Call of Duty. Like people are surprised about the numbers it pulls every year when it comes to sales numbers, but
it's like why?
It's a casual ass game. Like if you pull anybody off the street, they would know what Fortnite or Call of Duty is, and they know what Pokemon is, right? So we know you can just relate that to those games are going to sell more, and that's exactly what Fortnite is. I think this is mainly for the competitive people. especially Fortnite is the only game that does like has this mechanic. And so I think it's just to change it up as well. They know people will play it. They did a small test and it proved their point. Oh, more people are playing it now, or we getting more people to come back to play Fortnite just to test this out. So why not make it a main mode? And then you can just do it like any battle royale, just split it off. Some people will go and play building. Some people will go and play this one. It's not going to be a huge divide when less people stop playing it, because it's like double digits and millions people that's playing Fortnite.
Well, it's bringing people in who don't play Fortnite. That's exactly what it did. Yeah. So like, we don't play Fortnite and now we do. It's like, okay, so if they
and it got me back into playing Fortnite. Like me and my brother is starting to play that shit again just because of no building.
Yeah, so it's been fun. I'm gonna probably keep playing it. So, all right, Montrell, tell us about your journey with Elden Ring.
So I've actually been playing Elden Ring and Stranger in Paradise. I didn't have access to the dock, so I didn't put the Stranger in Paradise on there. But just a quick note about Stranger in Paradise. I'm not. So I think I had the same issue with Neo 2. That I'm having with Stranger in Paradise. The early game fucking sucks. Both of those games. Well, Neo 2 actually did it a lot better than Neo 1. But the early game really sucks. I think Neo 2 is still better than this game so far. I can see why this game got the low scores it got, like 7s and 6s. The story is absolutely trash. Like,
what, you're not ironically enjoying this story?
I am, but when someone else is watching me, it kind of breaks my mode. So like, I know it's like it plays. The story is like an old PS2 game story. Like that's how the story plays out. If you ever played the old PS2 JRPG with like English voice acting, that's exactly what you're going to get in this game.
What does it take?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So
excuse me.
So if you it's like Final Fantasy X. But what's funny is the person who wrote the script for this game wrote Kingdom Hearts.
Oh shit! No.
So there's one part I noticed it in one part where they where someone came up and was like, "Hey," and they said all the names or whatever, and it was like it was Jed, Jack, and Ash, I think his name was, or Nash or something like that. And they said it in that order, and everybody says it in that same exact order. Hey, Jed, Jack, and Ash. And I'm like, oh my God. Sora, Donald, Goofy. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So luckily it only happened twice so far, and I haven't heard it anymore. But the combat, it's definitely geared. This is definitely not towards Final Fantasy people. Ooh, y'all gonna hate me. It's definitely geared towards y'all because that shit's easy as fuck. Like, and it's limited as fuck. It's not like Neo, how I can constantly I gotta watch my stamina. I can stamina charge, or what's it called? Stamina charge or stamina gauge? What's it called?
The key gauge.
Yeah, the key gauge. I can't key gauge it.
Or key burst.
Sorry. Key burst. There you go. Yeah. I can't key burst it. You can do like a pseudo key burst where you switch to your other class mid combo. But like you need MP to do like the sweet stuff, and like they only give you like 5 MP bars, and sometimes like it's really hard.
Right. You have to like fight in order to fill those up, right?
Yeah, and you gotta fight. You gotta constantly fight. But the way the game is designed, like the enemies easily break you. So I'm still trying to figure it out, because another thing too is I can't give the game too much flack because I'm still coming off of Elden Ring. So I had to take a break from gaming because I still had that Elden Ring like
taste in your mouth.
Like the movements and everything like that. Like I still had that. So I say that because like the game is actually fast paced. But I'm moving around like it's like Elden Ring, and I'm trying to counter like it's Elden Ring. Like I'm not using the same buttons, obviously, but I'm just like doing certain stuff, and the game is way more fast paced. You got to break that consciousness or whatever. So like, speaking of Elden Ring, I beat the game. The last boss is bullshit. I fucking hate the last boss. I explained it last game, or last week rather, why that boss is bullshit. You can go listen to it, but like the shoots like laser beams, it shoots like an actual Elden Ring at you, all this bullshit. And if you don't have, like, for me, if I didn't have this one like Ashen of War, which is the Bloodhound step, which made pretty much like the Flash step from Naruto. If you didn't have that, if I didn't have that move, I probably would have died like 20 times over than what I already did die. And when I beat the boss, I literally like fell down to my knees and like, oh my god, I'm fucking done. Like I dead ass did that. Like y'all laughing, I really did that shit. I was like, oh my god, I did it. Because I was like standing up and I had like 2 HP left. I had no flask. And he had like 3 HP left. And I was like, I just need to get one more hit. And I did it. And he died. I was like, oh my god, I'm done. Because I've been fighting him for like a week or whatever. So yeah, like I'm not playing this fucking game again. Like it's a great game. It's probably one of those games I would go back to if I'm like dead ass not want to play anything else, and I'm like, all right, I can go back to this game and play it again. Because there are multiple endings, and there are still plenty of bosses I haven't fought, and yeah, like I don't know.
It's just too big though. You get fatigue.
Yeah, I don't think enough people talk about gamer fatigue, and I definitely got gamer fatigue with this game. But I was so deep into it that I just wanted to fucking finish it, and I did. But I can't blame anybody if they get to this final boss and they're like, you know what? I've been doing this for like 2 weeks, bro. I'm done. Like I can't beat it. I had to force myself to like beat it, and I had to force myself to be patient and stuff because the game requires you to be patient throughout the entire fucking game. The same level of patience you had in the first 20 hours, you got to have that in the last 20 hours of the game, and it's just like it's a lot sometimes. But it is what it is. I still don't think the game's better combat wise. I don't think the game's better than Sekiro or Bloodborne. Like hot take, it's not better than both. It's not better than those games.
Oh man, dude.
It is the best.
People
like
would come at you for that.
It is the best of the Soul, like actual Souls games. It's the best one. Like it perfected the Demon Souls / Dark Souls formula. Like they can't go any better than this, to be honest with you. Except for like maybe improve the hitboxes or whatever. But as far as like combat wise, like Bloodborne and Sekiro outclass this game by 1,000,000. Like I would rather play those games than this game. Like I would play those games 5 times over than play this game one more time.
Sidebar on Sekiro. It's weird the way Souls fans talk about Sekiro.
Oh my god, they talk about like it's like they hate the game.
That's what I was gonna say. It feels like they really hate Sekiro. Like they don't like it. Like it's, and I cannot for the life of me.
Because it's a faster paced game that
they love Bloodborne though.
Counter system.
I think it's that it's not Souls, dude. Like Bloodborne still has Souls DNA in it. Sekiro has none of that shit.
It has Tenchu.
Yeah, it has none of that shit. And like it kind of drives me a little crazy because Sekiro is literally one of the best games I've ever played. Like it's straight up. Like I don't understand how you have that opinion after playing Sekiro. Like I can't. It's it's like perfection. Like it is one of the most perfectly designed games I've ever experienced. Like it's
you said Sonic Adventure 2?
Nah, man, Sekiro.
Sekiro.
I do like Sonic Adventure Battle 2 as well, but it's
Sonic Adventure Battle 2 is good, but Sekiro is one of those games I can go back to and I can be like, yo, I see why I fell in love with this game. Like this game is it's like a perfectly cooked steak. Like when they actually cook it medium or however you like the steak.
Medium well.
Yeah, medium well. Like you like, you don't have to add no sauce to it or nothing. You're just like, yeah, this is it.
The juices are just like they're coming out. They're perfect. They're just falling off the meat. It's like and you.
It's like a Big Mac McDonald's commercial.
Perfect. Yeah, but you actually get the Big Mac they show in the commercial. Like that's how it is. Like this game was marketed to. Actually, this game had very poor marketing, in my opinion. Like when this game dropped, it was really silent, in my opinion.
Sekiro?
Yeah, I think it was compared to like other Souls games. The only reason the game got traction is because like people were saying like it needs an easy mode or whatever the case may be.
Well, and also people were giving it very high praise as well. So I think word of mouth helped it a lot. But yeah, I believe no
games really came out that year. Sekiro, remember, it won game of the year.
Oh,
it was really on a Sekiro and Star Wars that was really
was like
the
2019, wasn't it?
Yep.
Man, was that 2019?
Yeah. Dude, it was.
Damn.
I know.
Yeah, because Fallen Order came out that same year, and I played it.
Yeah,
Fallen Order came out that same year, and I played it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
yeah.
Well, Sekiro is amazing. So
yeah, I don't know. Elden Ring, like the lore though, this is probably the best lore they've written. Yeah, this is that lore is some good shit. Like, if you don't want to play the game, if you just want to like dive into the lore on YouTube, like the enemy placements, the item placements, the way the environments look, why the environments are there, why the enemy is in that environment, that particular environment. It's like it's lore behind everything is there for a purpose. In this game, world building and lore and like level design, they perfected that. Like, if you were like one of those buffs, you would love this game because man, that lore is fucking whew. Like, I thought Dark Souls was good. This shit is like top tier, and maybe because it's George, I can tell it had George R. Martin's like hint writing in it, but then Miyazaki came in there, was like, okay, let me switch some shit up, and it's just like you're like, oh yeah, this is some good shit. Like, yeah. So I recommend like people just like lore dump on the game. Like, look up the lore if you don't want to play the game or anything like that, because the lore is very fucking good. Yeah. So.
All right, fair enough. Well, Montrell, you and I need to play Stranger Paradise co-op.
Yeah, if you want to play it tonight, man, we can. Or you play it tomorrow. I can't play it tomorrow or Saturday because obviously we're doing stuff on Saturday. But yeah, Sunday I'm all for it.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm about to go
maybe tonight.
Fight Chaos.
Hell yeah, dude.
How's it going to start? You be like, hey, Montrell. He be like, Justin? And you be like, Chaos. He be like,
No, dude, I've seen some clips of random
my
bro, and like Jack's like single-minded. This game is gonna be hilarious. Like, his single-mindedness to kill chaos and fight chaos is like the funniest. It's gonna be
dude, I want to play the game just because of the story, because it seems like some funny shit.
I saw a scene where they're literally just chilling, like in I don't know, on top of a tower or a castle or something, and they were like resting. Like, there was he was like literally sleeping on a pillow, and he just gets up and he's like, this is bullshit. When do we fight chaos? When are we gonna fight chaos? And I'm like, and then he's like fighting all these stupid monsters is a waste of time. I'm like, dude, is this real dialogue? Like, what the fuck is this character?
It's one scene I saw on YouTube. They clipped it for like 5 seconds or whatever.
Yeah,
and the boss is like monologuing. He's like,
and
I am the most powerful. Shut the fuck up! And he just pushes him in the face.
About chaos. Like, he literally says it too. He literally says that shit. It's so funny. Like, I don't. Oh, dude, the game is just. It feels like a giant meme. I feel bad for Team Ninja because they clearly didn't intend for that to be the case. But dude, it's fucking funny, man. Like, I don't know, like. It's good stuff. So I'm looking forward to it in that regard. So that's kind of why I want to play co-op, because Montrell, I think experiencing the story together is gonna be really funny.
Yeah, I'm not that far, so I don't know how far you are, if you even played.
I haven't even opened it yet. It's still
I'm only like on the. So. I'm probably only on like the second or third mission. So
okay, yeah, cool. Well, yeah. Now that I'm done with Triangle Strategy, I'm kind of opened up. I can play something else along with Horizon again.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that is what I'm gonna play next. So we'll figure it out. All right, let's move on to the news, boys.
The noise.
We don't have a lot this week, but a few game announcements is mostly what we have to talk about, which is actually fairly exciting. Game announcements are fun. So let's start with the first one. This one was actually really nice to hear. Crystal Dynamics has announced that they are working on a new Tomb Raider game and it's going to be built on Unreal Engine 5. And the game, they said, has just started development. So this is a confirmation that Crystal Dynamics is not dead. They are alive. They will be making games, and they're off that, Marvel's Avengers bullshit, and they're back on what they do well, or at least what people feel like they do well. So how do you guys feel about this new Tomb Raider game? Are you excited?
Yeah, I wonder if they're actually going to call it Tomb Raider, or if it's going to be like, Rise of the. No, did they do a Rise of the Tomb Raider? They think they did do a Rise.
They did. Yeah, and then Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider. What's this going to be like?
I think it's going to be
the
just Tomb
glow
Raider.
of the Tomb Raider. Like I don't fucking know.
The rebirth of the Tomb Raider,
Yeah,
Or
because like the first 3 games
or
were
the
her.
return of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah, the first 3 games were her origin story. Like that's what
Mhm.
the that's what those 3 games were actually.
Mm.
Mhm.
So are we gonna get her iconic like dual pistols and her outfit? I mean,
Yes, we are.
her outfit doesn't have to be like it can be a modernized version
Just
of the old outfit. You know what I'm saying?
a
Yeah,
green tank top or a green, like, I don't know, short sleeve t-shirt, something, polo. Why would she have a polo?
I don't know. She's adventuring. So yeah, maybe
But
like a
the
green tank top and like some shorts, but they don't have to be like booty shorts like how they were in the fucking video
They
games.
could be like some capris or something.
Yeah, I can deal with that. Character's already hot, so it's all good. Like,
Yeah.
I think they are going that route. The game director did said, uh, man, was this a couple months ago, that if he was to do a Tomb Raider game, like he wanted to lead up to that bridge to like the PS1 Tomb Raider. So I don't know if he's gonna like do that story, or like trying to like make that gap between those two and continue from there, or just like create his own thing. But he did say that's the point they wanted to get to. Um,
Yeah.
and then knowing that they use an Unreal 5, this is dope, especially for someone who's using it, because the more AAA studios that use this machine, we get to unlock more stuff and learn more things about it. And so I can't wait to the next couple years to see what they're going to do with this. Uh, Especially like you said, Justin, earlier, what next gen games can do. Like
Mhm.
I just
Yeah.
can't wait to see what this game is going to be. I haven't played the other Tomb Raiders, so
I
I
haven't
will be
played any
playing
of
this one.
them. I've actually never played a Tomb Raider game, but I I've noticed an interesting thing with the Tomb Raider community though. There seems to be a divide, where there are a lot of people who actually don't like the Crystal Dynamics reboots, like reboot games or
mhm.
reboot trilogy. They vastly prefer the old style of Tomb Raider. So I will be interested to see how this game is received when it's fully revealed and they start showing it more, and kind of what path they go down with it, because it seems like the reboot games were less Tomb Raider and more like almost like wide linear Uncharted style, and there's not as much of like the pure platforming puzzle elements that the older games seem to have.
Yeah,
Um,
it had a lot of puzzle elements to it.
mhm.
I don't think they were as difficult as the older games. The older
Yeah.
games were like really, they weren't relentless, but they didn't give you any clues. Like I don't want to say any clues. It just required you to be like really aware of what's going on and stuff like that. Um, they're really old game design, if that makes any sense, but still
Yeah.
good game design in the same way. You had to explore the world. Like you had to explore each level was damn near a world you had to explore.
Mhm.
At least that's what it felt like at the time. With the current Tomb Raider games, I will say they did do that open linear style, especially with Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider. They really opened it up. Uh and I really didn't like that. I liked how it was more level based, and I understand they did that at the time because of technological or what I'm looking for, technical
Restrictions.
Challenges.
restriction. Yes, technical restrictions at the time. So I understand why they did level based. But I still think they should have did that with this Tomb Raider. Make it level based, but make each level like its own fucking world. Even though they connected to each other like in the old Tomb Raider games, but it still
Mhm.
felt like its own world when when you were in a new level. Um, and they kind of strayed away from that in the later Tomb Raiders, like Tomb Raider, you know, 3 or 4 or whatever. I didn't play.
Yeah.
I did play 3 actually. I didn't finish 3. But uh in the newer Tomb Raiders, it kind of stayed the same, that Uncharted formula throughout the entire game. Uh, and in Tomb Raider 1, the reason I like Tomb Raider 1 a lot more because it was way more brutal. Like the way Laura would die and the way the enemies would die and everything like
Mhm.
that, it was way more brutal. And they toned that shit all the way the fuck down in like Rise of the Tomb Raider and Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna show like how brutal she becomes, and I thought it was just going to get more brutal as the games went on because that would be way different from like, Drake's and Uncharted, way of games. But they kind of lighten it up after, I don't know if it was because of backlash or whatever. But yeah, they lightened it up a lot.
Yeah, I gotta play these games at some point. Like some parts of this franchise. Like I said, I've literally never played one, and I actually think I would enjoy them. So I don't know.
That's how I felt about the second one and the third one. I only played the first one, and I really want to play the second and third, but I think it's too late for me.
Are the old ones, the super old ones, are they actually available in any real way to play?
Yeah, they remastered all of them.
Okay. Are they on console or is that on just PC?
They're on console. You can buy them on Xbox for like $10. The remastered, the entire remastered collection. They actually put it in a new engine, so it's like all of them remastered in a new engine.
How many are there?
I think there are 4 or 5. I know there's 3 of them. It's Tomb Raider 1 through 3, and then they changed the naming scheme. Like this Tomb Raider Dark Angel and Tomb Raider something else.
It got edgy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay, cool. Well, I'll try to check it out at some point whenever I somehow find time to play old ass games, which is probably never. But
yeah, I will say the 1 through 3 are like the old style, and then it got really weird with like Dark Chronicle or Dark Angel, some shit like that. It just got really weird. We're like, oh, okay, and that's when the game died.
All right,
wasn't that on the PS2?
Yeah.
That was when the Angelina Jolie movie came out, wasn't it?
Yeah, yes. That's when the game died. Like the actual games themselves died because they went really crazy with it. It was wild.
All right, fair enough. Let's move on. So the next announcement came from Remedy. They've announced that they are working on Max Payne 1 and 2 remakes, and they are doing this in partnership with Rockstar, who I believe own the IP for these games. This is a pretty old shooter franchise, but this is one of the thing it was known for was like the bullet time, where like time would slow down and shit.
Yeah.
I've never played these games either. But
yeah. Wait, have you ever played God damn, I forgot the name on the Xbox. The dude had a rock roller. Come on, Montrell, you know.
Is it Dead to Rights?
Dead to Rights, yes. Oh, they need to remake that game.
There's a huge swath of shooters in the like the like 1998 to like 2010 period that I never played.
Oh man.
So like I was, there was a period of time in my life where I was really not into shooters. And that was kind of it. It was like the GameCube into the PS3 generation. Like I really did not enjoy shooters at that period of time. So yeah, I've never played any of this shit, dude. Like Max Payne 1 and 2, I know what they are, but yeah, I've never played them personally. So I'm gonna guess you both have. Is this news exciting for you guys? They're remaking them.
Yes and no. I'm glad Remedy Studios has a job, because
they've got plenty of jobs, dude. They're working on Control 2. They got
I want to say
another game they're working on. They fucking got,
I want to say Control was like their last shot in the dark. To be honest with you,
well, and it apparently worked out because Alan Wake. They're making Alan Wake 2, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Because I remember. What was the game before that? The Quantum Break game?
Quantum Break, yeah.
That game kind of flopped on them. I felt bad.
That was an Xbox exclusive.
Yep.
So,
but I'm glad Control worked out for them. So I don't have any problems with them making the game at all. They are working on new games, so I guess I can kind of let my guard down with that. Because like my thing is like I'm kind of tired of the remasters and shit like that. I want them to make. Or the remakes. I kind of want people to make new shit. But I guess a remake is new shit. So in a way. So
well, a remake of a game this old is new shit. Like when they remade Resident Evil 2, that's a totally different game, dude. Like it's a totally different experience.
And that's exactly what I want them to do with this, because remaking Max Payne 3 was dope as fuck.
Yeah.
All the Max Payne games are dope. And like if it's a better version of Max Payne 3, I would be satisfied with that. Or even if it played like Max Payne 3. But like if they do anything more than that, like you sold me. Like as long as it plays similar to Max Payne 3, because that's, to me, that's like the pinnacle of Max Payne, like fucking game design. I can't see what else more that you can do with that. But hey, I'm not designing it. So
yeah. So yeah, like this for me is fine versus like remaking The Last of Us Part 1. That makes no sense. You're making you're going to end up making the same game. It's just going to be prettier. Like, and it'll have a little bit better control. It'll have some better controls and some better mechanics. Like, that's
honestly, if they're going to remake games, they need to start remaking games from the PS2 and the Xbox era.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think anything pre like PS3, Xbox 360, that's fine to remake for the most part because you are more than likely transforming the game in a massive way because games were made differently before that period of time. But the last 15 years or so, there have been evolutions in the way games are made, but it's not as stark as before that. So, especially for shooters, like shooters pre 2006 were like, or 2005 were like fucking completely on console, like completely different beasts from what we have play now. You know, like they just didn't play. Like Halo was so good because it was what established the way we play shooters now, but a lot of other shooters didn't like replicate it super well. So yeah, I don't know. I don't have a problem with remakes, but there's like a limit to it. Like, you know, don't remake a 2013 game that was already well made. Like, it's weird.
And don't keep remaking the same shit. Well, they don't remake. It's like the phony remasters, but like, if you're gonna remake something, I just put some effort into it, right? Like the Resident Evil 2, right? That's put an effort into it, and that shit's gonna pay off. So you put some effort into it, make a good game, make something, because it's hard to give the fans what they want and like trying to remake the exact same shit. But like the best thing to do is just minorize it. Like y'all skilled enough to come up with whatever ideal and whatever gameplay hook that you want to. But as long as the story is there, or what, not even just a story, what made the game, nostalgia wise for the people who played it, as long as that is inside the game, no matter what that mechanic or attraction may be, and it's just updated, I think I would be perfectly fine with it. Or if you're gonna do a fucking remaster, like do it on some Crash and Spiral shit. Just update the graphics. Give me the same shit, just update the graphics, and I'll be happy. Because all I want to do is play those games again. Like, I want to play Sonic Adventure 2 again, but I want better graphics. You know?
Yeah, you're not getting that, man.
I know I'm not, but that's what I want from a remake. I just want the same game, just a better graphics.
It's funny with the success of the Sonic movies. You would think that Sega would
we got Sonic coming out this year
of remaking some of the old Sonic stuff.
I'm pre-ordering that Sonic game, so don't say shit. None of y'all. Don't say shit.
You're part of the
problem.
You're part of the problem, man. Yeah, you're part of the problem. You're not teaching Sega a lesson, man. It's okay, man. Do what you got to do.
I'm the reason they keep making Transformers movies.
Oh shit.
I'm a fan. I love it, man. I have to support it because I just love it. I want more content. That's bad to say, but like that's how big of a fanboy I am. But
fair enough. All right, let's move on. This next one is for me. I just saw this today. So Gematsu is reporting that Square Enix has filed a trademark for Tactics Ogre Reborn in Japan. And this actually is corroborated by the NVIDIA leak that happened last year. So this seems like it's going to be a real thing, more than likely. And the thing about this for me is, okay, Tactics Ogre, the original game came out on Super NES back in the 90s. Like, it was a very old game. Like, it was like 1991 or 1992 or something like that. Like, super old game. Then they remade it. And people call it a remaster, but it is not a fucking remaster. They fucking remade Tactics Ogre. Like, it's a totally different... like, the gameplay is totally transformed. Like, the way the game works is totally different from the Super NES game. So they remade that on the PSP and released it in 2010. And we've had total radio silence on Tactics Ogre since. There's been nothing in 12 years. So this franchise has pretty much been all but dead. But Square seems really intent recently on reviving some of their IPs because they're remaking the fucking Front Mission games, the first two games on Switch. They're doing that right now. They're about to release the Chrono Cross remake literally tomorrow. I think that's coming out. So they're kind of seem to be in a weird headspace right now as a company, and I'm digging it, dude. Like, fucking give it to me. These IPs are fucking good. Like, Front Mission is good ass shit, dude. Like hell yes, let's go. And they seem to be really into strategy RPGs right now for some reason, because the remake in Front Mission, which are strategy RPGs, they just released a new IP in Triangle Strategy, and it's like fucking really good. They're potentially working on this, and then they got FFT, like they got an FFT remaster supposedly in the works as well, based on that NVIDIA leak. So like they're really into tactics games right now, and man, I'm all about it. But specifically about Tactics Ogre, what this could be. So obviously the Reborn tagline feels like it's a remake or a remaster of some sort, but they already remade Tactics Ogre Let Us Cling Together once. So are they really going to do it again? Like, that seems weird. However, there is another Tactics Ogre game that they've not touched since it came out. It was Tactics Ogre The Night of Lotus. That came out in 2001 on the Game Boy Advance, and that's actually the first Tactics Ogre game I played. That game is fucking great. It's a really good game as well. Probably not super well known, but really good game. So maybe it could be a remake of that, or are they rebooting the franchise, a new entry, something like that, or is this a fucking mobile game? I don't know. If it's a mobile game, I'm killing myself. So just saying that now. But nonetheless, I'm gonna hope it's not that. Whatever it is, as long as it's like a new game, a new entry in the franchise. I'm fucking excited. Tactics Ogre is my shit. It is the franchise that got me super hooked on strategy RPGs. There are strategy RPGs that I played before Tactics Ogre that I really love, like Shining Force, for example, was a really big one. Final Fantasy Tactics, I believe I played before Tactics Ogre, but Tactics Ogre was the one that really like fucking hit it with me, dude. Like the Night of Lotus, I played the shit out of that game. I probably put 500 hours into that game, and it's a game that probably only takes 30 or 40 to beat. So I was insanely obsessed with it. Like it was nuts. It was to the point that I was doing I did a playthrough where I only used the main character, literally didn't use any other units, and it's possible in that game to do that. That was the level of degeneracy I got to with Tactics Ogre The Night of Lotus. So I'm super excited about this. I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping we hear about it this year, but we'll see. So, any interest from either of you guys? Do you guys like DJ? Do you like tactics games at all?
No, I do not. I'm pretty sure I played one tactics game before in my life. I just can't think of it. But I do know when I do get into like a new game genre that I never played, I do get addicted to it for a while. But it's especially if it's not like a genre that I normally play, and the loop is fun, but it's not like a genre that I dip into. But I can see why Square is making all these games, because like you said, that the genre is popping right now. So if it's popping, just give the people what they want. It's the same way how we got Metro Dread. The dude who designed it originally was like, "Fuck Nintendo, it's a market out there for it right now. We should make it." And they was like, "Fuck it, you're right." So. Yeah. I'm glad you are getting more strategy games, because that will only bring out more and probably bring an innovation to that genre that people may or may not like. So I'm happy. I'm happy more games being made, and especially for the people who want to play them.
Fair enough. All right, let's move on. Last story we got today. Another announcement. This game has been in early access for a while, actually. But Rogue Legacy 2 got a release date. It's coming on April 28th. So the weird part about this is that they announced platforms for it along with the release date. It's only coming on Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. It's not coming on PlayStation at all, or Switch. Which, to be frank, Switch is where this game will probably thrive, in my opinion, because the original Rogue Legacy I played on Vita, and it is an excellent Vita game. Like, it's an amazing handheld game. It's super good. But yeah, so this one maybe eventually will come to those two platforms, but only the ones I mentioned for now. Did either of you play the original Rogue Legacy?
No, I didn't.
No, I did not.
Wait, Rogue Legacy, is that one shooter game?
No, this is like a 2D platformer. It's one of the it's one of the first indies that really like kicked off the whole roguelike kind of trend. It came out in 2013, and it's honestly like really solid. It's really solid.
Okay, nah. It's funny because like I am not big into roguelikes, right? I like them. I really do like them, but I'm not big into them on console. Give me that bitch on the phone. I'm playing a roguelike all day. A roguelike all day.
Interesting. Well, that's what I'm
but
saying about a handheld. That's why, like I played, like I said, I played it on Vita. It's at home on Vita. Like I'm the same way as you are. I like more cinematic games on console, like PS5 and Xbox. I'm not looking for like 2D platformers that are roguelikes on those platforms, but on Switch or something like that, dude, I'm all about that shit. That's like a handheld game. You pick it up, you play like a level in like 15 or 20 minutes, and like, you know, you put it down and you come back and you go to the next one. Like it works really well. I think on handheld. So that's why I find it a little weird the platforms they're choosing here, especially Xbox. It's fucking weird, dude. Like, did the original one
maybe
come on
they
Xbox
got
first?
some.
I don't know.
What if like Microsoft funded them, or like
They
there's some
must
Game
have.
Pass deal?
Yeah, they must have, or they have a deal with Game Pass. Like it might be a day and date Game Pass game, or something like that. It must be, because that's the only reason I could think of. So we'll see.
Like I'm waiting for that new PlayStation Plus to kick off because I want to start playing the Returnal, and if it comes, it's a part of the subscription. So I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna dive into it.
I have been waiting for that game to drop in price since it came out, because $70 was way too steep, and I've seen it drop to as low as 30, and I still don't want to buy it at that price. I'm like, if it goes to 20 or less, I'll pick it up. But
like from what I know about the game, it's worth it, especially if you like Hades. I think $30 is like a definitely fair enough price if that's what you was willing to pay for that experience. But it's gonna be free, so
true, as part of the subscription. Yeah, well,
and they got co-op as well, so I'm trying to get my brother to play it.
Yeah, they added co-op, which I think is could be really fun in that game too. So yeah. But yeah, Rogue Legacy 2, April 28th. So if you're interested in that. All right, boys, we're done with news. Let's move on to our final segment. Guess the Metascore. So we couldn't do Lego Star Wars last week because the scores had not been released, but this game is now out. And the official score on Metacritic right now, 47 critic reviews, 83 is what it's sitting at right now. Montrell guessed 75, and I guessed 78. So we were a little bit off on that. This game has actually been popping off. People are really into it.
I'm surprised you adjusted so low.
I don't know what game is this? What game is this again?
Lego Star Wars.
Oh yeah, I judged it low because of the troubled development. That's what I judged it for.
I think that's I think that's the same reason I did too. Because this game's been in dev forever, dude.
Bro, you see, like, people are making combo vids, like Devil May Cry style combo vids.
I know, dude. You see, like, the juggling stuff, the fucking air juggle and stuff.
Like, they're legit combo vids on YouTube of this game right now. It's crazy.
Seeing what the game is, I can see why it took this long. Like, they got the whole fucking map planned out. You can visit every fucking
nine movies they're covering. What? Yeah, the game's huge,
everything's open world. There's voice acting and everything.
No, I will be playing this game. I'm definitely buying this, dude. I'm definitely buying this. This game looks really fucking good.
This is a holiday buy for me. A nice little, hopefully $20, $30 game for the holidays.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do too. I'm gonna wait till summer or later summer probably and pick it up when it's like $20, $30.
It's gonna be a nice easy platinum.
But in terms of games coming out next week, there's nothing really to guess. So we're kind of in a dead period, I think. Until
what about Kirby? I know we did Kirby. Did Kirby's scores ever come out?
Yeah, we did that like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Oh, I thought, really?
Okay. Me losing in Montreal.
Yeah, man, it's in the outline. It's got an 85. That's where it landed.
All right.
Ultimately, so yeah, we're kind of in a dead period until the end of April. So For the most part, there's really not a lot of releases the next couple weeks. The next notable thing is Nintendo Switch Sports on April 29th. After that, Trek to Yomi comes out on May 5th. Salt and Sacrifice comes out on May 10th. Those are kind of bigger indie titles. And then the next thing after that is Mario Strikers in June. So we're kind of in a bit of a lull right now, for sure. So we will continue when we have a game we want to do it with. So, all right, boys, that's all we got this week. Is there anything you'd like to discuss before we go?
No, I'm good for right now. I'll wait for my discussions next week.
All right.
Watch IGN in the next couple of weeks. Let me see the actual date, starting on April the 18th. IGN is going to be airing something called the Rogue Jam. And it's going to be 5 episodes. I'm going to be in 4 of those episodes, the first 4, or maybe like the first 3 and the last one. I don't know. So if I don't win one of those episodes, like, of course, I'm going to keep being in one until I either win one or don't win one. The first episode premieres April 18th, and it's the one that I think I have more high chance to win. So just be watching that. You know, if you see my game, that would just show some love. I'm planning to have a beta updated by April the 18th. So I got less than 10 days or just 11 days. So we see what happens, man. But yeah, watch that. Show me some support. I appreciate it. If not, you know, whatever.
You want to give the people your Twitter as well?
Twitter is at Deejay Hyuga. That's DJ spelled out Deejay. Hyuga, just like the Naruto Hyuga clan, Hyuga. You can download my game demo at djhyuga.itch.io.com. Or you know what? Is that the right? Yeah. So djhyuga.itch.io/isekai. ISEKAI. And you can go ahead and download and test the demo. Follow me, so once I post a new demo, you will know. I keep everything updated, patch notes, things of that nature, and I plan to try to keep this updated every month, so I have an update per month. So somebody hold me to that. Yeah, that's it.
Fair enough. Everybody check that out. Support DJ on that. All right. Well, that is it for us. If you guys like this episode, please like the episode, review the show, subscribe to the show, whatever feed you're listening to it on, and please share it with your friends. If you'd like to interact with us on Twitter, you can do so at iTrap for the Hokage for Montrell. That is the number 4, not the word. I'm at Thundernut01, and the show is at The Player's Take. If you'd like to send us a question, you can do so on Twitter, or you can send us an email to theplayerstake01@gmail.com. And that is it for us, guys. We hope you enjoyed this episode. We'll see you next week. Bye.